Today's episode of Be the Good with Kate is a mini episode focused on the holidays and the year we have had in good news. First, I listened to a podcast from a man named Brian Patacca, and he does a lot of coaching for actors. As many of you know, I'm a performer as well. And something he talked about in his year-end episode was breaking down month by month and looking at what you overcame in various areas of your life or our lives. And I'm going to read each of these areas to you. And I'd love it if you took a moment to think about, in each of these areas, what did you overcome this year? I sat down and wrote out month by month anything that I could think of that I accomplished, that I got through a challenge regarding. And I mean something, for me, it could be sending an email to an agent, right? Doing submissions each day. Doing Be the Good is absolutely on there. So it can be anything small or large. So the little pieces of the life include career, relationships, fun and recreation, health and wellness, spirituality, finances, and personal growth, including family and friends. Then looking at that and saying, what is most important on this list? So feel free, if you want to pause the episode right now and think about that. I personally found it to be a great way to look at a year that, it's now the second year of not going according to the plans, right? Things are still being shifted at a moment's notice. So to get to look back month by month and say, okay, it may not have been the year that anyone expected, but look at what we did throughout this year, especially given the circumstances. So congratulate yourself on every step you took this year. I love Christmas time. I love the holidays. I love finding the joy in the moments. I know that's not how everybody feels about them, absolutely, and they are an emotional roller coaster of a time for the majority of us. But I will say, for me, I love the traditions, even though some of them are still on pause this year. I love the meaning of Christmas, why it exists in the first place. I love the love, right? The reminder of spending time with those important to us in our lives, even if that's via phone or FaceTime this year and last year, or any time if miles separate us. I love the moments, decorating the Christmas tree while watching White Christmas, going to see family when that's possible. When I go home to New Jersey, which is this weekend now, I love getting to see some old friends, and thankfully we are going to bundle up and still see one another outside. Even 5 minutes is worth it for a catch-up. Well, I can go on and on about Christmas and the holidays. I hope you're finding moments of joy, even in this trying time. So I thought today I'd go through and do kind of a quick revisit of each of the episodes of Be the Good with Kate thus far. I am so grateful to all of you who have been listening, following, interacting on social media, sharing the episodes with friends and family. It means so much to me, and I know it means so much to the guests to get their messages out there and hopefully to inspire you all to make a difference in your lives in some way. So let's go back in time through each of the episodes of Be the Good. I'll give a little mini blurb, short and sweet, just to remind us of each of the episodes. And if you've missed any, I hope this can help you say, oh, I'm going to go back to this episode and feel the goodness from it. So again, you can find it on Apple Podcasts or on YouTube or anywhere that you get your podcasts. The most recent episode, Joy Matsko, my very own kindergarten teacher. She has proven over and over again, you may never know the impact you have on those you help, but there is a strong, strong chance that when you go the extra mile in your interactions, you will make a big impact. A guiding mission for her all her years of teaching being, bring each child out to shine. Changing your mindset opens new doors. April Mackenzie Griswold tackling 2 careers as the Senior Manager of Special Events for the New York Foundling and CEO and founder of Next Level Coaching and Consulting. Good news on a macro scale? Talk to Liesl Ulrich Verteber, CEO of global media company The Goodness Exchange, supporting those doing good. Quote, sometimes we just need to know each other's out there. Shiloh Gooden is an artist and creator about to make her Broadway debut in Paradise Square this spring. She found an immense desire for helping other artists build community and support, which led to her company, Collectus. Quote, the kind of life I want to have. Go after the thing that interests you. Go after it. We don't have endless time and energy. Choose courage right now. Be the giver first. You'll be shocked by how much comes back to you, Eva Swan, founder of New York City's Vocal Ease, states. And how true it is. I don't know about you, but I always feel such a boost of energy, gratitude, and appreciation after volunteering or helping others in some way. The power of arts education to shape students' lives is clear, and Roundabout Theater Company's head of education, Jennifer DeBella, gives us incredible stories and figures to back that up. She states, and I do believe that culture and theater has a role in shaping and changing the society norms that we want to shift. I also enjoyed creating mini episodes about perspective and perception, 2 words I've been a little obsessed with this year. The idea of rest in all facets of life, and Ted Lasso. I mean, who doesn't want to talk about Ted Lasso this year? Well, if you don't know who he is, call me. I'll talk your ear off about him. Regarding the environment, if a lot of people do small things, then that's where the impact is going to happen. CEO of Good Girl Gone Green, Stephanie Moran, shares fantastic tips and insights into living a greener life. Mother-daughter dynamics coach, Hillary Trong, encourages us to nurture our relationships and that it is never too late to work on communication. Lucille Ferrante is my fabulous Italian New Jersey aunt who reminds us with a laugh and smile the goodness of family. And key words like fairness, cooperation, love, and honesty. Terrence Stein, actress and podcast host of Hope I Get It, comes to us from South Africa with a quote I love. What is meant for me will find me at exactly the right time. Bethany and Juanita of Soul to Soul Coaching are all about spreading joy wherever they go and say, you may break down, but you will also break through. So keep moving forward. The State Theater of Pennsylvania's executive director, Shelley Brown, imparts words of wisdom from her incredible career journey. Everything you do, whether you think it matters at the time or whether you think you're going to learn anything from it, you learn from everything, she says. Madhurima Sapati hosts The Soul's Conquest and is a burnout coach from India. She encourages us to keep our souls healthy and shares how to overcome and prevent burnout despite the challenges we face. Noreen Eddy's fascinating combination of being an actor, hand model, and DIY home improvement blogger extraordinaire, our two family, made for a great chat. With all the generosity her family has been shown with renovating their home, she is determined to pay forward the kindness and generosity to as many others as she can. Host of Luxury of Self-Care podcast, Anastasia Albert, challenges us to sit with the question, what are my core values? Dr. Levester Johnson, also known as LJ, Dean of Students at Illinois State University, says every day is an opportunity to make an impact, to engage, to embrace and make the most of life. Mrs. Keenan is my pen pal. She is 94 years old and has been my pen pal for over 25 years. I love talking about this connection across a generation, across miles, and across years. My dear friend Elizabeth Kirpat says nothing has to be monumental to pick up someone's day, and shares such a great example of how two women absolutely made her day in just being there to help her get out of a grocery store with a 1-year-old, balloons, and groceries all at once. Speech pathologist Laura Michelle Cooper talks about taking the steps you can this day and doing that each day. Director, creator, and connector Jill Harrison comes to us from Philadelphia and says, if you don't see it, make it. Create. Content creator extraordinaire Diana Gialetti tells us all to remember that you are always a 10 out of 10, as she says. Heidi Saldana is an Egoscue Method certified postural alignment specialist. She talks about the astonishing power of our bodies when it is in proper alignment and how to move away from pain and get back to that place. Here's to maximizing our physical potential. Acupuncturist Dr. Cindy Wong states, it's actually really simple. Breathe. How simple, yet how much we need that reminder of how beneficial pausing, taking some deep breaths, and calming that body is. Kelly Ray is a health coach in Bali and says a line I love, please make me of selfless service. Dive into the process of finding your way to make an impact. Ben Houghton is such an incredible example of this, co-founding Broadway for Arts Education. Actor, advocate, and coach Andrew Park states, we only get one shot at this. It's one time through. So live your life. Connect with people. Advocate for what you are passionate about. Follow your passions. Alvin Huff Jr. from Tina on Broadway and Muse says, who knows if there's someone like me in a church or a jazz club or somewhere like that who doesn't know that, hey, I can do theater too, and that's an outlet. And we want to give them the chance to show themselves, to say, I have talent too, and I belong. Terry Magro of the Michael Magro Foundation turned an incredibly sad situation into a way to help other families going through similar journeys. Marcy West of the USO Pacific just wanted to make a difference. And she found a way, even through a move across the world to Japan. Think about what your gifts are and what you have to offer and how all those things connect. Director, choreographer, and founder of Amplified Artists, the ever-inspiring Jim Cooney. Dogs. We love them. And you all, if you've been following me on Instagram, you know we love dogs in my household. And we love the people who help them. Annie Trinkle is the founder of Animal Alliance of New Jersey and works daily to achieve what she believes. There's a home for every dog and a dog for every home. Writer and editor Patrick Thornton imparts upon us the need to hear statement. Being afraid, it doesn't have to stop you from doing the things you love. One idea and the right resources, anything's possible. Change for Kids, Travis Welcome, makes it his mission to work to bring the best ideas and resources to children in New York City to set them up for success. He is a constant role model. Meg Haggerty is the Director of New Student and Family Programs at Butler University, my alma mater, in Indianapolis. She says, be your genuine self. Showing up the way you show up, it gives someone else the confidence and the strength to be able to do it too. People need that. We need nonprofits everywhere for every cause. And Lily Kirshner shows us that if you are passionate about a cause and put your mind to it, you can create a nonprofit to make a difference in your community. She founded Light for Autism Corps. And the first episode was with Andrea Mieres of Iconic Design Group. Thank you to Andrea for entrusting me with that interview. I was thrilled to kick off the series, then called Some More Good News with her. Andrea helps people and businesses to find their why, how to focus their creative energies and not feel overwhelmed with all the options today. Why do you do what you do every day? Well, I hope you found some inspiration in all of these prior guests. Again, feel free to check out all of these episodes wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. Be the Good is taking the next week off, but we'll be back here the first week of January with another wonderful, motivational, inspiring person. You know, I was thinking to myself, people are probably like, oh my gosh, Kate calls everyone inspiring. And it's right. I do, because all of these people are so inspiring. And I just can't get enough of it. So if you're still with me, thanks for being here. Please share with those you love, because we need all the good news we can get. So many thanks to all the guests thus far as well. Please follow them and see what they are up to. I can't wait to share what's coming next too. And as I always say, if you have stories of good news that should be shared, please reach out to me. I would be thrilled to chat with you at positively_Kate. Happy holidays.
Thanks so much for listening to Be the Good with Kate Chericello. Whether you're listening on YouTube or via podcast, it would mean the world if you liked, subscribed, and or left a review. You heard about the good? Now go out and be the good in your life this week. If you have stories of good news that need to be shared, please send me a message. Thanks again, and have a great week.